Another CSGO Pro Tricks video, because it seems like most of you really enjoy this format. Lately I have received amazing feedback from a couple of pro players, some new pros have started following me, and when I browse the latest demos, I can even see the impact on servers as other pro teams take some of those small details I present here over to their own gameplay. So big thanks for all this positive feedback, guys. If you want to do something for me, then just click that subscribe button and stay healthy at those strange times. Plus enjoy how Team Beak pulls off a pretty rare human stairs move on Vertigo. tabseN will be the man on the top, they live on the edge here, a little bit of confusion, and it all ends up with a very quick boost as tabseN falls off pretty quickly. But the move itself is a genius way to check this right side box's position with an amazing off angle. You'll need 3 guys to execute it, one of your teammates needs to get on the post and the other one stays on the lower side of this edge, creating a nice little stairs effect over here. Whoever gets on the top needs to climb the stairs and eventually they would be able to see anyone's head who holds B from there. In this round, Gate is the closest enemy at B, he plays it from the wrong side and way closer than Beak wanted him to be. Instead, Gate sees them on the edge and wallbangs tarzan to 59 HP. Still an amazing idea from Beak that at least I, a guy who really doesn't play Vertigo, have never seen before. Next up, Dust2. Yep, in today's video, Beak players have plenty of moves to show to you. tarzan gets boosted up to short here and shows a pretty quick long door smoke into the round. Get the angles right, aim around the doorframe corner, and jump throw. Smoke bounces off from the skybox, does some more bounces on the ground, and finally lands to long doors. A pretty hippie idea if you ask me. I'm not sure if this is the quickest smoke for long doors, probably not, but it's quick enough and it will save your long players their smokes to use them later into the round. Super general. Alright, the match point on the line got sent against OG and we're looking at Crystal's POV. Let's see how this clutch pans out. He managed to do a silent drop down in the very heat of the moment and win the round. As you can see, Man2 had no clue that it dropped down. An amazing play from Crystal. Now how to execute it, make sure your trajectory goes like that, because you want to land on the very edge of the door here. In theory it should work both ways while you're running and walking, but I find it way easier when I was walking, aka holding my shift. Practice makes perfect and Crystal has been practicing this move for hours offline. Although I believe it's impossible to do it consistently, it still requires a bit of luck, but feel free to try it out and prove me wrong. We're gonna continue from Kito's POV on Vertigo. Firstly, you can use this yellow crane to throw nades down to ramp. This is pretty basic if you have played this map a bit. Now, when you get yourself into this corner and aim at the bottom left side of this yellow thingy, plus left click throw, it'll give you a one-way smoke. In this case scenario, Kito just threw it to make enemy team cautious and waste some more time, but in theory it nicely works as a one-way smoke. As we can see here, AZ felt it very well, and when Eminem says I'm not afraid, then in this case AZ said I'm afraid. Dust2 and Haji, he runs out from CT, crosses the doors, now gets closer and takes the corner position, aims at this dark mark on the wall, and jump throws his smoke. He did it in the very beginning of the round as quickly as possible because it's a smoke for long doors and your long defenders surely want it to be there as soon as possible. It's not the quickest long door smoke out there, but definitely unique idea that again saves your long boys their smokes. Actually in this case they didn't even save their smokes. Logan throws this interesting smoke to cover his pit cross and Molly's longhouse so they couldn't push out before Haji's smoke pops. Anyways, 12 style points for this smokey. Next up, zen with a simple flash to get your teammates safely to heaven. Lineup is simple enough that it can pop in your mind when you need it in game. Hack this wall, go up from this heaven lamp till you hit the other thingy, aim a bit above it and left click throw. Here you have it. You don't really need to be magician to pull it off, easy as that. We're gonna continue from Perfecto's eyes and he lines himself up according to the circle on the box. Now he waits for the right time, aims like shown, and when the right time comes, left click throws his fire. It will land on the blue train, but it'll burn a bit on the top of the blue train and also sandwich area. Now it's interesting that when enemy would smoke sandwich, blue train would still be in flames, but when they would smoke on top of the train, both flames would disappear. Just some epic CSGO physics that when you smoke the original Molotov's point of contact, all the flames on different levels will disappear. I didn't know it before, or at least I didn't pay that much attention to the fact. Interesting stuff indeed. nuke, and we will be looking at NATO Safix. It's a weak buy for them. He goes to B bomb site, slices the door till he gets a hole in it, then he's silently waiting close to the door, and when enemies push down secret, he actually manages to do some pretty decent damage. Unfortunately for him, no frags this time, but 2 dinks and almost 200 damage dealt. Great stuff from NATO. Next up, Train, and who else than Simple. After plant situation, Simple is holding for flank, zoomed in all the times. Now it seems like he calls Perfecto. He's never zooming out himself, but the teamwork is there, and with the help of his teammate, they move and clear B holes area in style. The extra height helps him to see deeper into holes and possibly even surprise someone. Although in this round, no one was there. An amazing synergy from Navi, simple as that. And now, big move against Navi by Tabson. This is just amazing positional play, and it all works out because of the short smokes. He starts moving into his position when he hears a deep A-cross smoke landing to its place. When they throw it, they usually have either hard fake or all-in execute in their mind, so getting to aggro position is not a bad idea at all. Now before his short smoke disappears, Navi also throws the default short smoke, and now it's almost game over. Because Tabson faces the box, it's very hard to spot him at this pretty uncommon position. Now he just needs to be patient, he waits for the plant and then starts with the finisher move. Very well played, plus nice trigger discipline by Tabson. Keep in mind, this spot only works when T's throw their default short smoke, otherwise even when you face the box, they could still spot you from deep short. Alright, Vertigo, A bomb site, and Tizian with a gap wallbang. It's a great line, but as it only hits legs, the main goal with this one is just to scare your enemies and make them move. Nevertheless, a cool idea plus a good camera angle to witness it one more time. North against Big, and we are in Cajun B's POV. It all happens in the very start of the round, a supportive smoke to help your teammates to get aggressive towards Banana. Corner position, aim like shown. And if you're ready, then jump throw. Smoke flies high, bounces off from the roof, bounces also on the thin piece of wood, and then pops on the ground. If there's no Molotov thrown by enemies, your teammates can push in front of the smoke without really losing their vision, plus also peek behind it. In theory, a great alternative because you can almost throw it from CT spawn, so you're not wasting too much time to rotate back to A. But as far as I tested it, when T's would be throwing a Molotov, in some cases the smoke grenade would pop on the wood while doing nothing to the Molotov. I don't know, maybe I did something wrong myself, but this is just a little heads up warning for you. We're gonna continue from Dust 2, and with something Rush likes to do almost every round. Rush likes to rush long to try to take full long control, and his anti-flash position is one of his must-be checkpoints. When long doors is smoked, he gets to this position, faces blue box so he won't get flashed when T's decide to flash through the smoke, but with the left side he could still see anyone coming out from doors and surprise them if needed. After some time, when he feels safe, he moves on, clears blue box, and confirms full long area control. In my opinion, an interesting small detail. Enjoy! Next up, Mirage and Cherry with not so uncommon flash for underpass. 1 versus 1 exchange this time. He jumps right after the wall pocket and bounces his flash at the dirty puddle. If nothing else, then a stylish self flash indeed. Use it well. Alright, Dust 2 B bomb site execute from Big in a rather low buy round. The key piece of utility is thrown from Xantares. He backs himself into the corner, aims like shown, and jump throws his smoke. This smoke starts it all. It's thrown to deny info for enemy team, and what it often does, it gets at least one enemy to play at the left side of tunnels. And this is exactly what Xantares wants, because for next he throws a Molotov from the same position with a bit different aiming spot. Now the execute starts a bit before their smoke disappears, and Tismolly baits Perfecto out in the open. Tabson gets electronic, Keto frags Perfecto, and they have the B bomb site. Let me show you Tizian's B door smoke as well. Feel free to pause it yourself when you need it. Smoke goes outside of B, so it's not sticking out that much, making it harder for CT side to push through the smoke. All in all, lots of flashes that added effectiveness to the plan, but Xantares' smoke plus Molotov were the key elements to make it work as good as it did. Literally wonderful stuff. We're gonna move on with another very small detail from Mirage and Cherry. Just the way he lines up his ramp molotov and throws it over the triple. Run close to the wall and aim at the right top corner of this red building. Doing it like that will give you a great ramp molly, burning it nice and deep, including the annoying corner. I forgot to tell you, I made a special new playlist for all my Pro Tricks videos. Feel free to browse around there later on from the right top corner of the video, as you certainly haven't seen them all. But now Siresun and $50 decoy to fake that is shot with AWP to hopefully make CT side upper to peek him. It didn't happen this time as Navi had no one playing middle, but 10 points for a useful decoy usage in 2020. I put this fancy CSGO Pro Tricks playlist that I just talked about on the screen for you, and your aim can't be that bad, so you can surely hit that if you're interested to see some more.